Okay, so Justice League, the Flashpoint paradox. I don't know how what the light is on this side. This one, of course, is a animated version, roughly, of the last pre-New 52 storyline Flashpoint. It's relatively close. You know, the 81 minutes is pretty much based upon 5 issues of the story. And at the same time, that arc had a lot of 3-issue arcs as well, which really helped fill in some of the gaps. So there are lots of things that do get kind of skipped over, and they also definitely do tweak some spots here and there. The basis of the plot is the Flash and the Justice League end up foiling a very unique plot hatched by, I want to say it's Eodor Thane, or Professor Zoom. And as Zoom is being carried away, he makes a comment that you'll never see the people you really care about. If you don't know, Flash essentially saw his mother die. Or essentially walked in and his mother was dead. In his anger, he more or less runs off. And when he wakes up, the whole world has changed. Now, I really shouldn't say this is a spoiler, because actually in the commercials for it, they actually do mention that the reason why time is entirely messed up is because Barry went back in time to save his mother from being killed. And when I say he messed up things, he messed up things bad. Bad. By the time he wakes up, no one has heard of Superman. Cyborg is kind of filled in the Superman role. There is no Flash. So the superhero of Central City is called Citizen Cold, or Captain Cold as he would have been known for everyone else. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are currently in the brink of a full-scale war. By this time, Aquaman has pretty much already destroyed all of Europe, with the exception of England, which is now called New Themyscira. In the books, they actually go through a much longer betrothal process between those two. In this one, they truncate it a lot, and more or less kind of say that, you know, Mira oversaw the love that was going on between Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and then tried to assassinate Wonder Woman. Mira, severely outclassed, gets decapitated. Wonder Woman then wears Mira's crown as kind of like a trophy, more or less. Which is what then leads to Aquaman and her having a massive battle. So that's currently going on. At the same time, Flash is trying to figure out what's going on. You know, he's like, I have no powers. He's like, you know what, I'll go to Batman, Batman will know. Well, in this universe, Batman isn't Bruce. It's Thomas. Bruce's dad. So therefore, when they do the flashback for it, what happens is Bruce is shot and killed. Thomas beats the mugger to death. And while that's going on, Martha has a handful of the blood, puts it over her face, and begins to laugh hysterically. Yes, in that universe, the Joker is actually Bruce Wayne's mother, and Batman is his father, who also runs a casino and is super violent. So he's kind of like Punisher Batman, but he still was a doctor. You know, the whole time he's telling Thomas, he's like, you know, Bruce was Batman, Bruce would help me. So then they go through the whole process of, okay, we gotta get the Flash back his powers. So then Flash can then figure out how to fix this. Well, they gotta do more than just that. They also kind of have to help stop a massive war. They don't have anywhere near as many characters as they did in the story. In the storyline, when it comes to them abating the war, you've got Enchantress, Elemental Girl, you've got about a half dozen other characters that aren't in this. What you get instead is you get a much longer battle between Flash, Batman, Cyborg, and Aquaman, as well as Captain Thunder, we would call him Shazam, and Wonder Woman. You actually get to see the fight that they mentioned in the comic. The fight ends the same way it does in the comic. And of course, Superman does show up. Well, Superman shows up and does help out the heroes. And that's all of a sudden when Flash finds out from Professor Zoom, this is all his fault. That he has to go back and he has to stop himself from saving his mother. Which of course he does, which then leads everyone to having new costumes. So it was an interesting way of doing it. Definitely a unique movie. This focuses almost solely on Flash. This is Flash, and this is Batman. This is like a buddy pick between the two of them. And it's like good cop, bad cop the whole time through. So they leave out a lot of the Hal Jordan subplot, as well as the Queen Industries Green Arrow bomb subplot. They do show a lot of characters. You know, they really didn't do that much for the Superman subplot. There is no Abin Sur subplot. They pretty much don't go into the Wonder Woman or Aquaman subplots. They do very little when it comes to the Batman subplot. There's no World of Flashpoint subplot, so this is predominantly the 5 main issues, with a little bit more thrown in to kind of help fill it out more. So, yeah, it was unique seeing, especially when they had a team up between Grifter and Batman. You know, they've teamed up before when it was regular Batman and Grifter, but seeing Thomas Wayne with his guns shooting with a Grifter, oh, maybe we should have teamed up before the world came to an end. You know, those little moments were pretty good. It also has a sneak preview for War, which essentially is the first 6 issues of the new 52 Justice League, which seems pretty interesting. It'll be unique seeing how they do, you know, a movie a shade over an hour that is predominantly the Justice League coming together in battling Darkseid, which would actually seem like the perfect thing to do for a Justice League movie, a live action one. But then it would feel almost identical to what we'll probably have in Avengers 3.